Welcome! I'm your host, Frank. American Eagle Rises. What's going on, guys? It's Thursday. Payday! Yeah. Where's my money? It's already... It's in the ether! Yeah. Where's my physical money, man? Hang on. Let's get something real. Which one we're gonna grab? I don't know. Here, we'll grab one of these old ones. Yeah. Here we go. I want to get paid. I want to get paid in silver Morgans. Constitutional money, guys. If it's not this, you're being scammed. Unfortunately, we're all being scammed. Anyway, yeah. You guys like? I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe doing some more videos on silver. I kind of need to get back. Yeah, one of my favorite coins. I actually prefer the back. There we go. I mean, American Eagle Rises, right? Like, yeah. I got a couple up here. These were reverse proofs of a peace dollar, and they look really nice because they're not only are they proof, but they're reverse proof. That's my favorite finish. But yeah, we got. Yeah, I got problems accumulating silver. Is that a problem? No. But yeah, I'd rather be paid than that. But yeah, we can't. It'd be nice. In theory, you could make a business transaction in gold contracts. So I'm trying to remember. It was like 20. I'm trying to remember. It was a while ago. People were trying to like buy and sell real estate and then have a gold clause. I don't know. Anyway, well, I don't know. It'd be kind of cool. Maybe one day. Sorry. Let's get back on track. All right. Sorry, guys. Hey, like my blue disheveled shirt. Yeah, today, man, I had to work longer at work. And then we're having like garage sale part 2. Hopefully the sequel is not as bad. Like, some movies, like the first movie's great and the sequel is like really bad. I hope it's Empire Strikes Back, because Star Wars, whatever, the first one, right? And then Empire Strikes Back is better than the first one, right? So like, let's hope it's not any of the other ones. All the sequels. Anyway, yeah, so, and I hadn't gone grocery shopping in a while. So guys, literally, you guys should saw my fridge, man. Like, I had like 4 beers on the bottom. I only have like during the weekend if I have them, right? I had 2 apples left. I didn't have everything else was gone. All my oranges, blackberries, blueberries. Had like 3 pounds of like they were like I don't want to say sirloin steak, but whatever the heck those things are called. They're like $5 a pound. So I had like 1. I have more downstairs in the basement. I got like a freezer chest. Let's see. But a bunch of like water containers, because I have like a couple, like a Brita filter and all that stuff. So like literally you open it up, you're like, there's nothing in here. Oh, like a milk, a 2% milk. Like I got like this much more. And I normally go to Sam's Club, but I didn't get out of work till like 4, and I'm like, oh man, traffic's gonna be bad anyway. And the one Sam's Club's like north of my house, and I don't know what it is, but an I-75 northbound. It goes right past my house, like, but like there's like a mall that ended up turning into a, what do they call those things? It's like outlets. Yeah, I know. I can't. My brain's just. Yeah, so it's not exactly an outlet mall because it was a normal mall, and then I think it was like 2010, 2011, somewhere around there. All they did was they put a sticker out in front, like it said Great Lakes Crossing Mall, and it said outlet. So some of the stores changed over, like there was like a Victoria's Secret, like the big chains and stuff. So they turned into outlets, and then what was funny was they just got all the junk from the big outlet store in Birch Run, which is by Frankenmuth. If you guys don't know that, that's like a big like Christmas town. It's got a bunch of, if you like German food and German beer, it's a good place to go. It might be a little overdone, but yeah. Anyway, where were we going with this? Yeah, so I had to go. So I ended up going to Sam's Club because I'm like, yeah, or not Sam's Club, Walmart. I don't like going to Walmart, man. And I didn't even make it in, and I'm like, yeah, I haven't even gotten inside the store, and now I know why I don't come here. Oh my gosh! So I'm just like, da da da. Like when I go shopping, I'm like, I'm always like making noises. I'm like, I got my own like radio in my head, and I'm pretty sure, I don't want to say it's like a defense mechanism, right? So, and like sometimes I'm like, I make little like I don't have a voice for this guy, right? But I got like little like toys and stuff, right? Like, so I like, you're talking to yourself, right? But I give him a different voice, right? So we'll be talking to you. So there's this one, I think I call him Mouse. I got this little mouse guy. So it's like, he kind of sounds like Andy Serkis from like the, like he goes, my precious. Maybe not that bad, but yeah. So I'm like talking to myself, but it sounds like I'm talking to someone like on the phone. And people are like, yeah, that guy's weird, so we won't talk to him. We'll leave him alone. But dude, there was like this, I don't know, how about this? You guys don't know I don't know if you guys are this old or not. You remember Raggedy Ann and Andy? Yeah, there was these two females, I'm using quotes because they didn't look like guys, and they were like big ladies, right? And it was red rum. Hey, bonus points if you know where that's from. Good movie, actually. Even though it scared the living shit out of me when I was 7 years old. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Actually, time-wise, it wasn't that bad. Got in there, bought a few things I shouldn't have got, but. Right, anyway. 7 minutes of... Yeah, alright guys, sorry. Yeah, so quick market update. Yeah, fine. Hey, remember I told you about the 10-year yield, Yeah, someone got in the market and bought some. So yeah, the 10-year yield went back down. So we'll see what it does for Friday, but I call it the Friday setup. The Federal Reserve sometimes wants to cool things down a little bit. Yeah. So that went down to 4.45. Nothing major, but, hey, at least it stopped that progress. And that pretty much helped the entire market, it looks like. The dollar did go down strength-wise. It's just under 101, so that's not even that bad either. So, yeah, the gold and silver did, they were getting beat up pretty bad. Silver still doesn't know what it wants to do. Gold hasn't really recovered, but it hasn't really been going. So, but if you look at the technical chart, and I'll look at it real quick, just so that you guys, yeah. So when I'm looking at this, I put a 50-day moving average and a 200-day moving average. That'd be more. It's kind of more for stock, but technical analysis is all kind of screwed up lately. It's been that way for a while, but for the last couple of months, like pretty much at least a minimum of this whole year, whenever gold, and again, this is GLD, not necessarily physical gold, so I use that as a placeholder. Whenever it barely touches the 50, it just comes right off of it. So right now, 50-day moving average is testing out to be its support level. It has not been under the 200 in forever. So if you ever see GLD hit the 200-day moving average. That's pretty much like a, Kmart blue light special. You guys remember Kmart? I'm up here in Michigan, so we had Kmarts. Like, we never had Walmarts until, I don't know, like late 90s? I don't know. Like, I remember people like, oh, Walmart. I'm like, what the hell is that? Oh, you're in Michigan. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Yeah, hey, go tell Raymond, like, how there's, like, unique stores in Ohio. Well, there's unique stores in Michigan. Why don't we have Waffle House? There's one in Toledo, but I don't want to drive an hour and a half. It's not what it used to be, but, man, I'm telling you, I love me some Southern cooking, all right? My dad was from West Virginia, so, man, yeah, every time I go into Waffle House, I don't know, it's really weird. People, I love grits. Don't ask me why. I love it. Every once in a while, if I think I need to put a little bit, like, I'll put, like, a couple drops of maple syrup. I know, it sounds really weird, right? I think I get this from my dad. My dad also had, like, he used to eat, I don't do it anymore, but I used to always do it. Now, when I do go to Waffle House, I will do it. So scrambled eggs, he put ketchup on. I don't know if it's a Southern thing or not, but my dad, and for years, I couldn't have scrambled eggs without some ketchup. And it had to be Heinz ketchup, not that other, whatever, the Hunt's ketchup. Bleh. Yeah, I know. You guys just learned it so much. I love it. Yeah, sorry, guys. Today's just frank, crazy crap, but yeah, where I was going. Oh, yeah, GLD. So, yeah. Yeah, so it's hitting support. Silver, yeah, it's under the 50-day. Silver's been kind of following the 50-day. Now, if you look at the 50-day, it's like a wave. Like, it's just, probably the best indicator here is the 200-day moving average. And it looks like whenever silver goes underneath it, it kind of knee jerks down. So there was a couple of days where it just went way down and then just, so it looked like, like you put a beach ball underwater and then you let go and shoots out, right? So yeah, because I'm looking at the last couple of times. Yeah, it doesn't stay underneath the 200 moving day average. It hasn't done that since like 18 months ago. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, miners, I'm not going to worry about that. So anyway, that's what's going on in the world of stocks. And I don't know, one of the cryptos my buddy had, I already sold it, but it was like XN or whatever. It had like this pump, like literally like a bicycle pump, like it lasted like not even an hour. So I if crypto is supposed to be the future, like, dude, why does it go up like insane, like in like for no apparent reason? And it's like it's like saying it's a flash in a pan is an understatement. And it goes right up, and then like by the time you want to sell, it's already back down to where it started, and then some. You're like, what? Yeah, I'm glad I sold it. Yeah, I'm out of that one. I'm not getting back into that one. I made my I doubled my money, so my $100. But I took a couple losses in some of my stupid meme coin. Why did I ever buy those? Whatever. We're still positive. Anyway. Yeah, so other news. Trump's still over in the Middle East. Supposedly, like, we could hear, I haven't seen anything yet, but I'm hoping Friday. I'm hoping Friday we get some big stuff. But yeah, he's talking with Iran. Yeah, if anyone's gonna get a deal done, it's that boy right there. Yeah, so let's see what that is. Now, what's funny too is that because he's in the region, there's supposed to be peace talks with the Rushkalis and the Ukrainies. I don't know if I could say these words. Sorry, guys, I'm like itching today, so I'm like a dog over here. I hear dog like. Sorry, guys. I'm pretty slap happy, huh? Yeah. This is what. Man, imagine if you gave me coffee. That's a whole nother thing, man. I'm like ready to go into. Should have saw me in my 20s, man. Energizer Bunny had nothing on me. Yeah, but I was getting back is that there were supposed to be peace talks in Turkey. But it doesn't look like Putin's going to be there. So Trump's like, well, why would I go if he's not going to be there? See, Trump says this stuff. What's funny is like they're like, okay, maybe Putin won't come. Trump says things. So what's funny is I bet you Putin's like, oh shit, I better get down there, right? I don't know. We'll see, right? But Trump, like, who knows? Trump might just be like, yeah, it makes sense, right? Why would I go when he's not there? I can't make a deal, right? You can't make a deal when you're the only party there, right? So that's probably what he's saying, right? But everybody's reading between the lines. And it's like Trump's like, what are you talking about? You don't have to read through it, right? So, yeah, let's see. What other noteworthy stuff? Supreme Court debates Trump's efforts to limit birthright citizenship. Yeah, Supreme Court, like, yeah, you know what they mean, right? Like, let's say, oh, hey, I take a flight, right? I'm Indian or something, right? And I'm flying over the United States. Oh, look, my wife just had a baby. So now that baby is American. I think they could put a kibosh to that, but that shit was going on. Like, no other country allows this. Why are we allowing this? This is stupid, right? Now, if you come over here, right, let's say you're Indian, you come over here, you're here on work, right, and you're here for a couple years, right, and you want to become naturalized, right, and let's say you have a kid, that's fine. Like, please just do it the legal way. Come on. We're not like Biden breaking rules left and right and snorting coke and, Kamala on her knees, Yeah, I'm not monetized, but yeah, sure. 17 minutes. Man, guys, I didn't think it'd be this long. I'm like, what am I going to talk about? Apparently, I didn't talk about anything. So this is probably one of my worst videos of all time, right? But yeah, I'm hoping the Trumpmeister, Putin shows up in Turkey and, Trump's like, hey, on the way home, let's get this other deal going. And yeah, I don't know if you guys know too, Trump also like poo-pooed, I don't want to say he poo-pooed, the I and the is and the real, right? Like, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that Netanyahu, stupid asshole, he's probably not too happy. Now, ironically, the people of Israel don't want, it's almost like Israel, like people of Israel, like unite and kick that guy out. He's like the only guy that's like, we're fake. But wouldn't that be great? Like, maybe it's not going to happen this weekend, right? But maybe, like, they'll take steps to, like, and maybe we'll get something decent. Like I said, I hope, Putin actually shows up and then Trump's there and Trump's like, yeah, let's get this shit done, right? I got a flight in an hour. We can bust this out, right? And then he flies over home, right? We can be like, yeah, the war's over there, right? That would be kind of cool, right? But, we'll see. The only other thing that I noticed was, looks like the F-22 is going to get an update. Probably kind of about time. It had a lot of promise, and kind of things kind of went over budget on that thing. But, it's still a decent piece of hardware. But yeah, if we can get some of these updates on it, I don't know how much the updates are going to cost. That's probably the thing, and I'm not sure if the updates have to come from. Let's see. I think the F-22 is Lockheed Martin. I had to look that one up, but following up from yesterday, that big deal from Boeing. Yeah, they're actually it is commercial planes. They actually want 787s. They're huge. Like, they're probably the biggest plane Boeing makes. Like, you can't get much bigger than this thing, right? So I do know, is it Emirates Air? You know, like, they're a pretty big airline company. So it's kind of like, those 787s aren't going to be just flown inside Saudi Arabia. Like, it's kind of overkill. But, hey, you never know what they're going to be used for, right? But, hey, I don't know. Yeah, maybe they want to make their thing bigger here. Oh, Iran issues fiery response to Donald Trump military threat. Really, Newsweek? Donald Trump didn't threaten his... Come on, you stupid... Newsweek keeps talking about... And now they're stoking the flames. It's like they don't... They want Donald Trump... they want to ding him so bad, they don't mind starting a war over it. Look, it's funny. It's like, and then they'll blame Donald Trump for the war. It's like, dude, Donald Trump didn't do it. But no, trust me, guys. Donald Trump will not start a war. If anything happens, we get, a Pearl Harbor, right? No one better do that to us, by the way, guys. Like, if another country does Pearl Harbor us, if you think Trump is bad now, I'll call it Dark Trump. The laser eyes coming out, dude. Oh my God. Yeah, so they better not, man. I don't want that to happen at all either, dude. That'd be bad news bears for everyone. The only people that make money are the ultra rich, right? And the dumb companies that sell all this shit. Right? Yeah, anyway, that's all I got for you guys. This is a longer video than I kind of wanted it to be. I kind of had a couple, we'll call it another Frank episode. At least I'm not like on here venting and... Although I should have, though. I mean, this week was... I got one more work day, but typically Fridays are not too bad. Like, please, God, oh, Heavenly Father, please. This week has been brutal. The amount of idiots I've had to deal... Not just idiot people. It's like one thing, right? But like when the manager of that manager... And supposedly they have engineering degrees, and then they say something that like even a 5-year-old would know that the answer is like blatantly obvious. Yeah. And I almost lost my shit like 3 times this week. I don't know how much long... I can barely do it. I don't know. I think also some programs might be booting out, and then a guy had his last day. And he was told like in February. And I'm like, what? They told you in February? And so when he left, I told the guy next to me, I said, you know what? If they told me in February, then I'm going to be gone like in May. I would have been like, here's my pass. Have a nice day. Yeah. Because, I'm getting too old. They don't want older people, right? Because you got to either pay them more or, it's like, oh, yeah, you've been treated shit your whole life. So now you're like, yeah. Like, you kind of know better, right? So the business is like, oh, we can't take advantage of him. We got to get a 22-year-old in here. We can pay him half the money, and then he'll work really, really hard, and, he'll start getting gray hair like I did. It's funny. Like, what was it? This didn't even start kind of going gray until like 2000, like I don't even think it was 2018. It was just like a little here, like just, 2020, poof. Anyway, guys, yeah, okay, we'll keep it under 25 here. So anyway, oh, that's weird when another slide comes on. This one's all white, so like it's so white, it's so kind of bright. It's here. Light, so bright. Light bright! Oh my God, you guys remember that thing? You guys, oh my God, as a kid, I loved that thing. Oh man, can we bring them back? I think maybe I saw one day. Oh my God, they're so, like, it's so, by today's standards, it was fun, man. I don't know. Some of those toys are, You look at them now and you're just like, oh my gosh, they're just like total. But they were so much fun. But anyway, if you guys don't know what Light Bright is, you can Google it up. It's probably, I don't want to say top 10 classic toys, but you can definitely put it up there. I mean, I don't know, they must have sold millions of those things, man. Whoever came up with that and sold that, although he probably sold it to a toy company, right? But anyway, it's basically a light projector, like a TV screen. Sort of. It's just not like, it's like a, basically it's only got like one little light bulb. Like the little Betty Crocker, no, not Betty Crocker. What was that? Like a Barbie. My sister had this, and it was like maybe not Barbie, but something like that. I'm trying to remember the one brand. Damn it, it was like cakes or I don't know. But like the oven was like just a light bulb, so you put it in. So when we got the cake out, we're trying to eat like, oh, this tastes so good. And my mom's like, it's not even cooked. What the heck? Hi, Mom. She's not watching. But that would be funny if she was. But yeah, she was worried because we were, because we had eggs in there, right? Kid could get sick, right? So, but we're little kids like, what's the problem? Yeah, you don't know any better. But anyway, Light Bright. Yeah, no, a tangent. Frank, you said you'd be in. Yeah, no, this is extra credit, okay? But anyway, it's got like a screen, right, and a light bulb in the back. So this is like lighted, but it has this black piece of paper. It was mostly not like not like notebook paper, but kind of close. But it was all black. And it was kind of like, oh man. This might be another game you guys never played, Battleship. You guys ever played Battleship? Oh my gosh, I love Battleship. I had the electronic one. And I was like, it just came out or something. And I was like, I gotta get the electric one. I love Battleship. That's another old game too. That's a good one. But anyway, it had all these little behind it there was all these little holes. So, and the little ball, they looked like little Christmas tree bulbs. But they wouldn't light, right? But when you stuck it, the piece of paper in it, right? And the back, it would light, you could just, the light would come through it, right? And you can make all sorts of little, like I said. I miss simpler days. I'm telling you, man, we definitely missed out on something back then, right? I mean, entertainment was just so... It was just so much different, right? I mean, like you could be entertained. I'm trying to remember like like yo-yos. Like you just, I mean, people today are like, this is junk. It's like, man, I don't know. It's almost like I'm not necessarily like, nostalgic for the toy per se. I'm probably nostalgic for that time, more or less. Like, hey, you didn't really need a lot, right? You just needed a couple, nothing, you didn't want nothing, right? But you only needed a few things to keep yourself entertained. Like I said, like, especially that Light Bright thing, like, dude, it'd be like a rainy day or something, like, you just, like, bust that thing out, and you're just, right? Oh, hey, look what I made, and then you take it out, you put another one in there, and you make another thing, right? Anyway. Some toys that I grew up with. Uh-oh, we got that lag going on, so yeah. Anyway, we're coming up to... Alright, guys. If you made it this far, you're a champ. You're a double champ. You're the members only. We don't have any members. Like, an official member thing. I don't know. Can you make members and, like, they don't have to pay? I don't know. I gotta look into that. I got too many things I need to do, guys. Like, I'm like Raymond. I don't have time. Like, Raymond doesn't, I don't want to say Raymond doesn't have a job, but he probably has less time, but that's how I feel. It's just like, yeah, I mean, I just got my dishes done finally. I did the laundry. I gotta put it away. I hate putting laundry away. What else do you guys don't like to do? I don't know. I hate cleaning too. Oh, God. Yeah, what else is here? Nothing. Alright, guys, here's the stop button after 30 minutes. See ya. Bye.